Hello everybody, it's July 30th, 2017. A number of things I want to talk about, that was led to talk about, or instructed to talk about during prayer. Then go over a couple old poems, early poems with y'all. So I'm going to split it into more than one video so it doesn't get real long. I think you tend to get more out of them, watch them more. They're short and easy, which is the nature of our society. Quick and simple. As many of us said, keep it simple, stupid. So, reminder to everybody that, and to thank everybody. So the 27th, which was 3 days ago, was the 3rd year anniversary of the beginning of the blog. Not the messages, but the blog. So thank you again to everybody who's visited the blog, everyone who's watched the videos. Granted, there's not a lot of people that watch the videos, very few. But like with the blog or the videos or posting on Facebook, everybody who's watched them or read them was supposed to. There's no such thing as coincidence or accident. They were guided there. Someone's visiting the blog, just happened upon it while they're surfing the internet. And they, oh, what's this? And they read whatever that posting was that day, whatever posting they read, because they were supposed to read it. They were guided spiritually to read it, and there's something on there they were supposed to read, whether they realize it or not. So it's just another tool to use to reach specific people. Just like the people that pass the light these days are specifically chosen to step forward to go to the light because the Lord has need of them. Like the last one was another suicide. I've sent a number of suicides across. Most likely they're going to help others that have suffered similarly, either that are still with us, that attempted it or felt it, or have done it successfully and have not made it to the light. So, yes, Luna, you can't get in the video. You've been in the video before. Okay, get down. You're welcome. So thank you again to everybody from all the different countries around the world. Some just visited once. A reminder to go through and read these old ones, these old postings, these old messages, even if it's just the numbered messages. That's the important thing, because anybody who reads these messages, again, I've said this before, they are seeds that you're being planted in you spiritually, into your spirit, into your heart, into your soul, your mind, that angels come by and, like crop tenders, they help it nurture it, they grow within you without even realizing it. And then other ones later on will come back and harvest the crop. So you're growing spiritually. And as some of them have said, messages that anybody who reads them will be saved. Now, what you're going to go through before that happens, I don't know. Depends on you spiritually, how open you are to it. So the more you read, the more you're being seeded or planted spiritually. So share that with others that you may share with. Share them with others you don't share them with, because you're helping. Because if you're passing any of this stuff on, these messages, you are actually paying it forward. You are sowing seeds spiritually. You are doing a charitable act. You are doing something good in God's eyes. Okay? It's like giving money to somebody on a street corner. Just do it because you're moved to do it. It's a good act. What they do with it, they believe it, don't believe it, it's not your concern. Again, He's the root of the vine, we're the vine, we're the branches. You're a branch now, you've read it, so expand your branches. And hopefully they will grow, expand into other branches. This is not a pyramid scheme, this is not a scam of any way, shape, or form. It's helping spread His word. That's why we're here, to help spread His word. Okay, with that said, let me get on to some things I wanted to talk about. I was led to talk about. One is, I know we've all felt this, experienced this, where someone didn't like us. Or we're all concerned about because somebody didn't like us or had a bad opinion of us. You know, I've always said to myself, if somebody didn't like me or said they didn't like me, I said, that's fine. There's billions of other people in this world that could like me. So if one person doesn't like you, has bad opinion of you, 2, 100, 500, 1,000, a million, a billion people, 2 million, so what? 2 billion, so what? There's almost 8 billion people, 7.5 to 8 billion people in this world now. How many more are there you could meet that would like you? So don't worry about if somebody likes you or not. Just move on. And as far as their opinion goes, there is only 2 opinions that matter. His opinion of you, first and foremost, then your opinion of yourself, your self-worth, your self-esteem. And nobody else's matters, or should matter to you. If somebody else's opinion matters to you, then you're on the wrong path. You need to let that go. You need to let that go. You cannot control what anybody else says, does, thinks, or feels. No control over it, and no responsibility for it. We're all responsible for ourselves. What we say, what we do, what we think, what we feel. Hanging on to it, correcting it, whatever. Not anybody else. So don't worry about anybody else. Now, that seems like to go contrary to like helping others. No, not at all. If anybody is negative, and this goes into the other thing of ridding thyself of negatives in our life. Nice segue here. If anybody's negative, if they have a bad opinion of you, then that's a negative. Get rid of them. If anything that's negative in your life, any person, place, or thing, get rid of them. Have nothing to do with them. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, co-work, whatever. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You do not have to have them in your life or associate yourself with them in any way, shape, or form at all. Just let them go. Okay? If you're reaching out to help somebody who's suffering or who's got a lot of negatives and drama about them, that's wonderful. But don't let them pull you down into their mess. You know, it's like somebody's drowning. Experts will tell you, don't jump in, swim up to them and grab them. They'll pull you under because they're panicking, and you end up drowning too. So you come up behind them and pull them forcibly back, and so that you have control of them. Or you throw them a line, or a stick, or a life preserver, and hey, that's what you need to do. Come towards us. You give them the advice, you guide them, you give them the helping hand. But don't let them drag you down. It's like if somebody's hanging on to somebody who's falling off a cliff, off a building, trying to pull them up. But if they're just like trying to pull you down with them, pulling with their arms, pull you down too, let them go. Let them go. And that's not heartless. Let them go. They have to want help. They have to want to come up with you. If they're fighting you, pulling them up and helping them with their negativity, let them go. All you can do is pray for them. You tell them, talk to Jesus, talk to God, ask for help. That's the best one to help them. But if they're going to keep bringing you back, dragging you down, again, even if they're loved ones, or they're rejecting you. I mean, there's people close to me that rejected me because of my faith, you know, and my spiritual experiences. People reject me because I retired, because I followed the Lord's path, what He wanted for me. And not in my life anymore. I don't miss Him. I don't think about Him. I feel sorry for Him. And that's what you need to do. Just cut anybody, anything, or place that's negative. Cut it out. Leave it. Get rid of it. Exorcise it. Exorcise it. You know? Just cut it out. Amputate it. Dissect it. Remove it from your life. Or them, or the place. And it could be something that's inside of you too. That's why you ask Him to take all the negative stuff from me. Take it from me, Lord, each night. Just take it from me. Because He'll turn it into good. Anybody you have to leave behind, He'll give them to you, Lord. I give them over to you. I give them over to you. You know? What He says is, like, you come to a place and you're rejected by them, especially as in His name, because of Him. Turn your back, shake the dust from your sandals, their dust from your sandals and walk away and leave them to him. That's the extrapolation of what he's saying right there. Negative. Done with them. Leave them to him. Says, Lord, I did what I can. I leave them to you. Please take care of them and help them. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. I mean, I've come across a lot of people and told them, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what worked for me. Because I went through something similar or the same. And that's a reason for a lot of the bad things we go through, is to prepare us to help others going through the same thing or similar. You can't do it for them. Anybody with addiction, professionals will tell you, hey, you can't help them, you can't cure them. They have to do it themselves. First, they have to acknowledge and then take ownership, and then do the work themselves. You go into a psychologist's office, what do? Do they heal you? No. They just ask you questions, they get you to talk, to heal yourself, really. And you're paying them a lot of money. God is free. God is free. And that goes into another thing I want to talk about, that God is free. Everything of God is free. Absolutely free. Anything of God, from God, by God, God himself is free. That's why Jesus got so mad when he went in to the temple the first time. He saw all these people making money off of God, selling their wares, selling the souvenirs, whatever, the little religious icons and stuff, making money off of God. And you had the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the priests. Hey, you want us to petition God for you, to pray for you, something, offer it to God? What are you going to give us for it? You want an answer? What are you going to pay us? You're going to give us some money? You're going to give us some crops? You're going to give us some food? You're going to give us some livestock? A sheep? A goat? That's, my God, that is an anathema to God. Sacrilege. That's why he was so mad. God is not for sale. God is free. Everything of God is free. Like, I could have made money. People said, well, you need to publish all these poems, these messages. Well, they're copyrighted on the blog. Why? Because the blog is free. I tried to do this early on, and every avenue, poetry.com, even the Vatican itself, and a local publisher didn't want to touch it because he stopped it. It's not what he wanted. And he said multiple times in messages over the years, do not take money for the Word of God. Do not seek to make money, to profit from the Word of God. Anything to do with God. It's all free. Not sure. I could get published and just let the publisher make their amount of money and pay, and they cover the cost of publishing the books and materials and labor, and all my profits go to charity. Sure. But no, that's still, somebody's making money off of God. And then people still had to pay for the book. We'll have to pay for the book. Paying for the Word of God? No. You can go to any store, bookstore, religious bookstore, see all these books about God. All these preachers and so forth publish all these multiple books. T.G. Jakes, just to mention one. All these fancy suits and everything. Joel Osteen. Some of them worse than others, but they're all making money, a lot of money off their books. Well, you go and pay money. I know Joel Osteen tours. You pay a bunch of money to go listen to him talk about God. That's ludicrous. That's sinful. God is free. God is free. I don't care how good the words they sound, how good the words they write down. The devil will tell you everything that sounds good. It tells you everything you want to hear. And you take your money for it too. But anybody's. First of all, if they require money to hear about God, that's absolute red flag. Well, they just nicely ask, donations accepted. That's an improvement. but they're still taking money from God. If they're asking for donations, okay, to cover my costs so I can buy food or gas or pay my rent, whatever. Okay, what do they need above that? I don't make money off my blog. I make absolutely no money off my blog. I don't ask for money. I don't want no money. The Lord provides everything I need. Provides everything I need. God is free. Period. And if you're going someplace and they make you feel that you have to give them money, or they require that you give them money, or you have to buy something to hear about the Word of God, absolutely wrong. Do not do that. Stay away from these people. Now that is all I want to talk about in time, so I keep this 15 to 16 minutes. So next video I'll talk about some more stuff and then speak on some of these, couple of these older poems. So with that said, I went a little bit longer than I wanted to. God bless. Peace of Christ to everybody.